What is going on, everybody? I am the FD Guru, bringing to you guys a Monday MLB edition of my DFS podcast. We have a smaller MLB main slate tonight to kick off our week. We had a pretty awesome weekend, Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. We had profitable days on every single one of those days. We had a winning day, so that was nice to see. Hopefully we can keep things going here tonight. It's a weird slate, not a lot of games, and there's a couple of games with rain issues, so we'll dive into it. Give this video a like, make sure you are subscribed. I do appreciate it. So for pitcher tonight, we have the clear-cut Spencer Strider, 11,300. If you can get up there, I mean, go for it. There is no problem there. I do think his prop line, at least an hour ago, I already bet it on Prize Picks, is too high for strikeouts, 9.5. I'm taking the under on him. I mean, he could easily get 10 strikeouts, but he's only done double-digit strikeouts in 4 out of 15 starts this year. So, when you bet and try to find edges, I mean, it's just a numbers game. If he's only gotten 10 Ks 4 out of 15 starts, I'm going to take his under on 9.5 Ks. It kind of sucks because I have the under, but I'm probably going to have him in my lineup as well. So it's tough to root both ways, but 9.5 strikeouts is too much for an even line like that. So again, Strider, if you can find a way to get some cheap bats, I do like him. I don't really think we need to be spending up on Braves tonight. They're facing Sonny Gray, so it's not like an automatic spend up on Acuna and Riley and Albies like it was all weekend long. I stacked the Braves and the Blue Jays. The entire weekend we had the Braves against the Reds and the Blue Jays against the Athletics. Just ideal spots for those teams, and both teams were extremely hot offensively all weekend, which is why we saw so much success. Tonight, different story. We got teams in different series, so I do think Strider is a good play. He's a huge favorite. His upside obviously is as high as anyone else in the MLB, 11,300. The best value, though, I mean, you got Castillo as well for $700 cheaper in a great matchup at home against the Nationals. I definitely don't mind that. And then I forgot to talk about it, but the two rain games are the first two games, Baltimore and the Mets. The Mets look a little dicier than the Orioles game. It looks like both games are around 50-50 with a decent chance of a delay. I'm going to pick some Orioles in this video just because it's such a small slate. I can't really avoid these two games, but when I post my website later on, I will make sure we get a recent radar check to make sure that these games, don't have a chance of getting canceled. But the best value play, unfortunately, it's a rain game. Verlander is only 8,100 against the Brewers. The Brewers statistically strike out a bunch. This is just too cheap of a price on Verlander. He's a favorite. He's projected like 33, 34 fantasy points tonight. 8,100. All you need to get is like 26 plus. Again, he's my favorite value play dollar for dollar, but I'm just not putting him in the video because there's too much rain around Citi Field. Unless later on we get a update saying that there's no chance of a delay, I'll put in Verlander. But it just looks far too dicey right now. There's no need to roll the dice like that and potentially have your guy get screwed over by rain. For the infield, we'll try to go pretty cheap here since I'm, telling you guys to try to spend up on Strider. Ty France, 2,900. He's been hitting the ball pretty consistently. 276 average. Not really a power guy. Should be batting second or third for the Mariners. Mariners, like I was saying with Castillo, have a good matchup not only for Castillo, but the batters too against Trevor Williams with a 4+ ERA. It's an 8 over/under. They're big favorites. The Mariners should be able to put up some runs. Ty France at under 3,000, looking pretty good. You know, he does a little bit of everything, mainly like a singles guy, and he's going to accrue fantasy points by, you know, scoring or hitting guys in. Again, not really a big power guy. If he does hit a homer, that's just a bonus. He's not going to steal your bases. But at 2,900, it's a nice cheap play. Mariners are in one of the better spots offensively on tonight's slate. Second infield play, the Reds and Orioles lineups came out, you know, like 10 minutes before I started this video. Now, with rain games, it's, you know, safer to pick batters because if it's a delay, it doesn't matter. They're going to come back out. But like I was saying with Verlander, if you pick a starting pitcher and they pitch 2-3 innings and the delay is more than 30 to 40 minutes, there's a good chance they don't come back out. But hitters always come back out, so I'm not too worried about this Orioles game. The last update I looked at is there's rain around, 50-50 chance of a delay, and a cancellation looks pretty unlikely. So this Reds and Orioles game is the best game to stack tonight offensively, unless we get some serious threats weather-wise later on. I will pull the plug on these guys, but Newman's leading off at 2,700. Righty-lefty matchup against Cole Irvin. You have two bad left-handed starters on each team going at it here, which yields the 10 over-under. It's basically a pick 'em. 2,700, though, in a leadoff spot. Looks fine for Kevin Newman. He usually does something when he gets these spot starts leading off. You know, usually it's TJ Friddle against a righty. For the outfield, we're stacking Orioles. The lineup came out. Santander, I think he's batting third, 3,200. This guy's bat has gotten really hot. 3 straight homers in consecutive games. We have 5 homers in the last 6 games. You know, probably the hottest hitter of last week. As you can see, 3 of those 6 games were multi-hit games. He went 4 for 4 2 games ago. 3,200 against Brandon Williamson of the Reds, a 5.4 ERA. We got Santander is a switch hitter, so he'll be batting righty. He seems to be pretty decent on both sides of the plate. 271 average. Again, one of the hottest hitters in baseball right now. The Orioles in a good spot. I like this play at 3,200. Yeah, he's confirmed batting third. And then Austin Hayes is leading off as he usually does against a lefty. His contact is fantastic. He doesn't usually play against righties, and when he does, he bats like 5th, 6th, 7th. But when there's a left-hander on the mound, he's basically a lock to lead off. His splits against left-handed pitchers are so good. 3,000 salary is a great price on him. Good value play. Going to get 4 at-bats, maybe 5 if the Orioles can score enough runs. And this guy is just a contact hitter. He can hit homers as well. His game log looks really good as of late. You know, a few games in a row here where he hasn't done much, but this is a great matchup here. We all know what he's capable of doing. You know, a week ago, he went through a stretch of 5 straight multi-hit games. And again, any guy who's leading off batting over 300 at that price, you know, in a good matchup against a bad lefty, sign me up. So the Orioles look really good tonight. The Reds look really good tonight. We just got to double check that rain later on. That'll do it for this video, guys. Give it a like. I do appreciate you guys for stopping by, and let's continue to run hot over on my website. 2-game after-hours slate tonight. Might as well do it. Pretty slow day today. Not a lot of games, so I got nothing better to do. We'll probably do that after-hours slate as well. Until next time, I am the FT Guru, and I am signing off. See ya.